Punya shlokasya kirtaye. We should notice this. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Kirtaniya sada harihi. That's the duty for all of us, right? We should always do Krishna Kirtana, Hari Kirtana. Kirtaniya sada harihi. We should always be chanting and glorifying Hari. That's our duty. Here Kunti Devi is saying another very significant thing. The Lord appears to glorify His devotee. This is an important question. Okay, in the spiritual world, devotees are all glorifying Krishna. What is Krishna doing? Krishna's work in the spiritual world is to glorify the devotee. This is the spiritual principle, the spiritual dynamic that works in the spiritual world. All the devotees are thinking how to glorify Krishna, how to please Krishna. And Krishna, the Supreme Lord, what is He thinking? Day and night, how to glorify and how to please my devotee. Because there is the dynamic of love between the Lord and the devotees in the spiritual world. Contrast that with, in the material world, what is the dynamic that exists among all of us in this world? We all think how I can be glorified, how I can be happy, how my name can be glorified. In the 1980s, some of you might have read this book. Dale Carnegie wrote a book, How to Influence People and Win Friends, or something like that. Right? I'm sure you know that. Dale Carnegie say one of the things he mentions in that book, how to win friends and how to influence people. That's the book all about, right? So he says, when you talk to people, you should know this principle. One sweetest thing that people like to hear again and again. And if you know this is a very sweet thing that they like to hear again and again. You can influence them, you can win them. And that is their name. And if you keep using their name again and again in your conversations, you can win their heart. You see, that's how we are on. We like our name to be mentioned again and again. So nice to hear. Please continue. That's how we are. We like ourselves to be glorified, ourselves to be the center. Everyone is struggling like that in the material world. Everyone's consciousness is like that. I want to be in the center. I want to be glorified. Everyone should work for my pleasure. I should be enjoying. And if somebody else is enjoying, I become very envious about that. See the contrasting dynamic that is in the spiritual world and in the material world. Here each one of us, we want ourselves to be glorified. Me the center. And there everyone wants Krishna, and Krishna wants all devotees. That is why, that is where real love exists. In the material world, whatever love we talk about is actually, I want to be enjoying, I want to be in the center, but I make a loving arrangement, a so-called loving arrangement, so that you can do that to me and I will do that to you also. It is for personal gratification. That's why Srila Prabhupada says, true love doesn't exist in the material world, or it's very, very, very rare. It's actually lust. And a very neat arrangement of people for satisfying each other's lust is sometimes called love in the material world. True love exists in the spiritual world. So, yado priyasya anvavaye, Prabhupada has translated, Some say that the unborn is born for the glorification of pious kings, Punya Shloka, and others say that he is born to please King Yadu. Just see, in devotion we learn we should be glorifying Krishna, we should be pleasing Krishna. Krishna is thinking, I should be glorifying devotees, I should be pleasing my devotee. And to glorify his devotees and to please his devotees, he appears. This is the secret. Why the Lord unborn takes birth? Because he wants to glorify his devotees and please his devotees. Paritranaya sadhuna. So that is the main purpose. Vinashaya cha dushkritam. That's also another purpose the Lord appears. But to destroy the demons, Krishna does not have to personally come. Already Krishna's energy called Kala is working. And Kala will destroy everybody. He does not have to personally come. But he has a special interest in protecting his devotees, pleasing his devotees, glorifying his devotees. That is the reason why the Lord appeared.